あ、失礼します。Hello、こんにちは。皆さん。Hello, can everyone hear me? I hope so. I feel definitely refreshed after I slept early yesterday. Yesterday was really giving me, I don't know, the monkeys. I was actually about to be on the verge of a breakdown. Like, yo, I couldn't sleep even though I wanted to sleep. And yeah, I don't know. My mind just went crazy yesterday. So yeah, we'll be practicing. I also woke up quite early today, like around 8 a.m. And yeah, so we'll be practicing some stuff. Cause yeah, I had some free time and I don't know, I just I needed to use the time, so I went on and watched the course from Chayan on Colossa, and it's pretty good. I'll tell you that. It's really insightful. I think people should really, if they want to, yeah, they should buy that course. I think it's really great. Not sponsored. I'm just very convinced of the product after going through it and just because okay, to put it into context, I've bought the course like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and I was only watching up until the point where it went on about anatomy and like just simpler characters, how to draw them and practice. And this is where I stopped. This is something where I think I just missed out on. But maybe my my knowledge wasn't good enough. If I would have watched that part about design principles back then, so this might have been for the better. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure. Should I? I'll put this on a different canvas, and we'll still be. Oh my gosh, this isn't what I wanted to do. Hold on. Let's delete. So, this is going to be our side ref, so we can just reference it all the time on the side. So those are the things that I want to actually just look out for. These things here. These ones. These primitive monkey shapes. This here. Don't mind the feet. Nothing about it. I was just feeling very I had quite the mood swings yesterday. So it was like, please, just something to make me feel relaxed and comfortable. But yeah. Do I have ADHD when I'm very tired? Oh my god. Do I have it on a... Am I really a ADHD haver? Damn. Maybe I should consult a doctor or so. If I can do something about it. If I do have it. If not, it's... Then I guess I'm just... weird. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Then... what shall we do? Firstly, the thing that I want to... Oh yeah. There were other oh yes, right, sorry. There were also things as to like very cute shapes, very hard and pointy ones, very rocky. Ones that are very aggressive, like me when I'm freaking tired. This he also said like something about elegant shapes, like it's flowing, very much like plants, and then also just steady ones, I guess. Maybe I am remembering. Maybe I do remember it in a wrong order for like the last one, but the other ones should be pretty much fine. I do have that remembered. So, what shall we do? Shall we do design, or shall we do like thumbnailing with these concepts in mind? And also one important thing, which kind of opened my eyes a bit more, is like, yes, drawing good is an important thing that you need to be able to do, but there are also many other important aspects that you have to consider in order to, like, for example, work in the industry, like games industry, mobile games and such, or light novel, to do illustrations or other things. So the course has been quite good. It really changed my way of thinking. So I'm not quite sure if I'm not gonna come up with anything in a short bit. I might actually just spin a wheel and write down what we'll be doing. I might just do that now. Let me just do that right now. I don't think there's much point to me if I'm not gonna have a spur of the moment idea. So let's go and okay. We have thumbnailing. Let me put that on a different. This is not something I can show. I'll wait. But a moment, we shall wait. Hello. This freaking monkey. I feel very yeah. Oh my gosh, now it's working. Okay. I'll just be adjusting this. So you guys can actually see this. Okay. Now we have this thing here. You can't actually see anything, but I'm doing this stuff in the background right now. Where is the... Where's my browser thingy? Okay, we have this right here. So we'll be spinning. Oh my gosh, let me make this smaller. With that. Okay, right. We have thumbnailing. We can maybe do design. And what else was there? There was also something, a concept It's more akin of the direction of the eyes, the flow, the gaze. But I think it's more like something we can use in both of these, in thumbnailing or design. So this is not a factor that really has to be separated. So in this case, wait, let me just write down gaze also. And there was one type of gaze that he talked about, that China talked about. Well, I am getting quite hungry now. I was maybe thinking about writing on stream, like, yo, streaming until I get hungry and then I just cook or eat something. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, the thing that he talked about is like when you have two, like, multiple characters that are on a 50-50 scale, you basically want them to somewhere meet up with their body. Be it either their waistline, or like maybe the elbows, their chins, or I guess their heads. I don't know, just to connect it somehow. Like, not, it doesn't, I don't think it has to be like perfect, but like perfectly. Now it's looking like nipples. I'm sorry. But they don't have to touch each other, I believe. In a very strict way, it just has to somehow go in the direction of it. Okay, I guess we'll be spinning the wheel, and I'll try to see how long I can last until I'm going to succumb to the hunger. So yeah. Personally, I think design would be kind of nice. You motherfucker. It's actually insane. I guess we'll try to thumbnail now, due to wind deciding upon that. Okay. Let me put up some music. Okay. I thought about if I should incorporate some of these concepts, like, while designing a character in an illustration, but this doesn't really make much sense. This is probably more inefficient and not very productive. So let's just do a couple. Let's just do our first thumbnail. And the thing that we have to watch out for when we do like thumbnailing, like when we do illustrations, it's like the kind of theme that we want to achieve. So be it either through, hold on, like this makes, oh my gosh, sorry, like there are different compositions and such, which give off different feelings. So we could, if we want to have like a very, I guess, more aggressive theme, we would use the inverted triangle shape. And if we want more stable ones, we would use the normal triangle. But apparently we shouldn't use the normal triangle if we want to have like a cute theme. Sorry. So in that case we should either use the diamond shape or the inverted triangle. And also if you want like cute, we'll just use this shape. Or we can also go for a combination like elegant cute maybe? I don't know. But I guess it's better to just use one for simplicity's sake. And then there's also like the question of whether we want it to kind of go. Okay, to prefaces, knowledge that you kind of need to know in order to understand what I'm talking about is that the natural flow of how people see things is based on how they read. Most societies read from left to right. In Japanese ones, it's from right to left. But side note, Japanese people in the past did tend to read from left to right when they brought manga over to Japan from Europe and America. Like they imported comics and then they started to copy them, and they also started to kind of copy how they read. Kind of a side tangent. But yeah, if we go with the natural order of like the reading side from left to right, this is normally how people apparently would see things, from bottom left, top left to bottom right. Thus, this makes the feeling kind of very calm, kind of like this one, where it's like, yo, this is flowing very nicely, in a very nice order. But if we were to go against that, like this would be the natural order, like the natural flow. If we were to invert it and go from the top right to the bottom right and then to the left, we would make more dynamic, like very compositions which aren't very calm, which demand more attention definitely. And it's definitely a different feeling from what you want to achieve. So the whole shtick with Cheyenne is that he wants to make you learn how to intentionally do something. He also mentioned that you can also gain this by just experience, mileage. Oh my god, I think my voice just cracked, kind of peaked. But yeah, this is not a very efficient way to go on about it. Yeah. And also this thing right here, this is in opposition to what this is. This is how you would make a very this is how you would make a calm composition, where the eye naturally just flows from the top, like for example the face, to the bottom, like where the legs would be. And in this one it's a bit more complicated, so the focus is mainly going to be right there. It's what I understand. But yeah. So do we spin again for the kind of illustration thumbnailing that we want to do? Wait, let me fix my pain. No. I'm sorry. This thing just broke down. I fixed it now. But yeah, I guess we'll just spin on what kind of thumbnail we'll do. I think there should also be kind of a section in this course where he's going on about colors. So I'm kind of patiently awaiting this section. So the current plan right now is I'll put a limit on how many lessons I'll watch per day. I might space it out a bit more to let the information kind of sink in. So I'll be just reinforcing and hammering these concepts into my head. So that I'll just improve upon those things. But yeah. If I'm feeling really patient, I'll wait like maybe a few days. But yeah. Not thumbnailing and design anymore. We're on a question of what we kind of want to do. Like what kind of illustration? Or like thumbnail. Let's just say thumbnailing. Simpler. Because I'm not really diving into colors yet. But yeah. Okay, let's just write this down. I'll put this on a different screen, I'll hope. Yeah. Okay. We have a triangle, inverse triangle, triangle. Then we have the diamond shape. And I guess the perpetual 8. Perpetual 8. And we can also add another thing that we should look out for is cute, pointy stuff, elegant, and let's call this sturdy. Hit the gritty. Do we also include this one where we'll either go for calm or very attention demanding? I think we will just leave it as to how it is. We can do that later if we go for another one. We'll probably go for another one. So, but yeah. Wait, is the music even playing? Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's spin the wheel. So we'll spin it twice to get what kind of shape we want, like the triangle, inverse, and such. And then hopefully we'll get a nice combination where it's not like cute and triangle, because triangle is quite bottom heavy, and apparently this doesn't really mesh together quite well. Okay, so we'll be having cute, we can basically just remove those. And those are, I guess, going in with themselves together. They kind of mesh. Cute and diamond shape. Let's write that down. Let's write it down here. Actually, no, we still have some spice here. So even our line should be quite like cute, very, how do you say, not very pointy, but what's there is probably a more specific term for this. But yeah. In that case, but I don't know. Wait, we can't actually skip this because it's one of the principles, I would say. I don't know. So I guess I'll just skip. I'm gonna ignore what I did, why I chose to spin the wheel. So we might actually go for somewhat of a, what was it called? Combination of the inverted triangle. Whoa, this music is not good. It's really taking my attention. Let's maybe go for peaceful piano. This might actually be better. And I'll put down the volume for myself. I don't know if I can put it up more for every one of you, fellas. So, I guess we just stop now. Do we? Just, yeah, we can just leave it. So, top or the middle? Let's go for it. Someone over the top one. I am doing this without reference right now, so this is going to be a whole another ballpark of an experience. And this is probably for the worst, but I'll try to do it. We said cute. In that case, I don't know. Let's. There was a different file, definitely. Maybe I should reference myself, definitely. This might be better. So, okay, let's pull this down here. Okay, let's go for like, we can go for one where you have like the hands up. Oh, I'm kind of fumbling this. Maybe I'm I'm actually getting nervous, I guess. So I'm not really as calm as I would like to be. Maybe it's because subconsciously I'm like thinking you have to perform, you have to kind of act now. This might be it. And Cheyenne also talked about perspective, kind of. Oh, I am getting overwhelmed, definitely. Okay. We also don't need to show like everything from the body. I might actually not think about the overall hierarchy of the shapes. I think I'm just thinking about monkey lines. Let's go for a calm one. Let's go for this. This one right there. In that case, by following this order, let's put this like here somewhere. But this is kind of clashing from what I know. Now that I'm thinking about it. This maybe it's a different kind of thought. Train of thought. Okay. Even though I'm like not performing to the way that I want to, I guess we'll just go with it. Interesting. I don't have any specific concepts in mind. I might actually need to brush up on the class. Because he did mention something. When your design is like almost like nothing where it's just skin, you can still make it cute. Did I... Is my focus like gone again? This is so bad. Holy cow. Oh my god. This really doesn't feel right. God, I feel like it's like yesterday again. But I actually spent my time focusing on different stuff. Hmm. I don't know. This is perhaps maybe not a good time for me to stream. Because regularly I did stream on different times. So this might be more of a shocker now. Okay. It's not really much. It's not really from what I did intend. I don't even know if I did intend something. But yeah, I guess this is something that also have to learn about. Drawing with intent and not randomly following the stuff that's going to happen. Because the thing is, I think it's probably better if you draw something where you intended to draw it with this kind of vision in mind, where you envision a cute scene or like something elegant or sexy, you know, rather than just spitting something out randomly. Because it depends on luck and it's random and you can't control it. So it's not good per se, because you know we want to have things in our control. It's just, I guess, normal for humans. To be in control of stuff. This definitely looks 10 times different now due to face expression. Being different. So, something we could also add is like some kind of prop. Like, we could try to make it seem like if there was pillow here with some frills, I guess. To which they should also be kind of cutely shaped. No, to be honest, this kind of composition looks more like... I don't think this fits the canvas. So I guess I kind of missed it right there. I kind of did it in a wrong way. Because it wasn't really my intention to make it more bottom heavy. Or maybe like the canvas too big. But this is something which is like still... It's a thing where I do feel like, oh, I really did make a mistake, and if I were to like artificially shorten the canvas, I wouldn't really learn from that. Because yeah, if I do shorten it, yeah, it's going to fill out the canvas now more. It's going to be more in line. Or like, it definitely looks better maybe. Let's look at it. If we were to shorten it. Okay, no, wait. This is actually looking so shit. But yeah, I guess if we should probably add more auxiliary items here to make it look more cute. Let's go for a popsicle maybe. Something like that. This makes it kind of cute, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. It is quite fun to learn about this. But the thing is, I kind of have to measure and space out what I'm actually doing in my day. Because I don't know. It's more like I need to watch out for. Either it's... Because now that I've had yesterday, it really does make me more conscious about what I'm doing in a day's time. Because most of the stuff that I can do with full attention is in the morning. Like at the beginning of the day when I like wake up. It's like those hours. So this is probably where I'll either have to... I guess I'll be switching stuff up, where I'll be learning new things. Like, actually, let's put this in a. Let's illustrate this. So what I'm thinking about. Oh my gosh! I just spit on my screen accidentally. What I'm thinking about is, we have like different days. We have 7 days in a week, and how I'm thinking about it right now is like, okay, we can put some days in a week we're going to use these for learning new stuff and concepts, and the day after that, I think about either doing one or at least one day, but maybe we can go up to 3 days where we'll just practice the things with full attention, because it's kind of hard to learn and practice on the same day. For me, might be different for other people. So yeah, and also focus is kind of waning from day to day for me. Maybe it was just, maybe yesterday was just an extremely rare case, but I did kind of have mood swings very hardly, in a very hard manner, where I was a bit focused, and then I wasn't really focused again, so I lost like very much my motivation. So this made it really hard to just do one thing in particular and just focus on that. So I am thinking about it right now, because I do believe that I'm quite maybe too eager to learn new stuff now. So my mind probably wants to watch more of the lessons from Cheyenne. But I really do need me some time to get these concepts into my head. But I still don't. The thing is, like, also, if I space it out too long, my mind probably thinks about it as if it was like a punishment. So this is quite hard to kind of get this right distance. I'm not quite sure, but every time when I hear like balance, I'm not really sure, but I don't like it, because from the way that I see it, balance indicates like a 50-50 split or something like that. But in order to become good at something, you're inevitably going to become imbalanced in other aspects, because you're trying to get good at one stuff. Because the principle of how you're getting good is like, okay, you built like an analogy that I've heard quite a lot of times. It's like, you can either like put a couple of bricks in one direction, like when you want to build a house or like a bridge or something like that, and if you just put bricks in different kinds of categories, you're not going to build anything. But if you do put it in just one direction, you're going to become good at it. Like, in this case, you would probably become quite good with compositions and like design. But if you just overdo stuff and just watch every cost, like speedrun 1, 2, 3, you're probably not going to have as much value. uh, by going in different kinds of directions, I guess. But it still all leads down to like illustration and such. So, I don't know. So for the time being, I think I'll try to do one day uh like pause where we don't learn anything and just practice. So this is going to be the timetable for this week. Practice, like learn, and then we'll get over to practice, learn. And this took quite some time because the courses are like almost an hour long, like the chapters, the course. I think I can manage to watch them if I do it at the beginning of my day. So I'm like very focused after like eating stuff. And on that note, I should have drank some water. Yeah. On that note, I did just drink. So everyone else, you might as well also just drink some water, because you know, kind of the basis of what you need in order to function. Okay. My gosh. My skin is breaking apart. Because it's getting warmer. And with the summer coming up, yeah. My skin is getting so dry. It's actually so bad. Or actually, I'm not quite sure now that I'm thinking about this. Maybe, is it better to just make it a split of watching one class and then going for practice? Because the thing is, like, it didn't really, in a grand scheme of things, watching these lessons didn't really take much time. I'm not quite sure. It is quite a fickle thing, definitely. We've been at it for 1 hour, but I don't know. I guess we'll do this one a bit more, and then I'll see. Streams, I'm not quite sure on how I want to continue with streaming in the future now. Because drawing does take quite a lot of time and focus and intention. So this might be where I'll either have to make a decision of how I'm going to space it out. Maybe I'll do stream days on practice when I want to practice. Because I don't know what to stream if it's not art. I'll probably also have to look into what kind of practice, because you know there are different kinds of practice. You can either do it by just listening to some stuff in the background, or you can just do it in a focused manner. So yeah, it's really becoming kind of a pickle now. Holy cow. I don't know how for that I could actually just talk for like almost an hour straight. It's quite interesting. I didn't notice I could do that. But maybe it just became more of a habit. Like it increased with the time of me streaming, I guess. It's kind of a pickle. We can change my character for sure, because if we want to make it more cute, we should make it less pointy and more rounded off. So we'll be doing that across the whole thing here. It's going to be more cute coded. Cutie type. And probably also with the hair. Like, that's also a bit sharper. But now that I'm thinking, we are on the... Okay, this should be fine, because we're more neutral, or like less heavy perspective with the hand. I think this might, now that I'm really letting that information sink in, this This might be one of the reasons why I also could like stream for 4-5 hours. Because I just get up, I just went to stream, I guess. Okay, I'm actually thinking about ending stream in a bit, so I can kind of recharge. I don't know. It's quite a pickle, to be honest. Because I don't feel like I can... I don't know, maybe I'll just have to prepare something for a stream. Because, oh right, I wanted to do the daily wear the day for stream. Sorry, I didn't remember that. I need to extend my ear. Yeah, I'll extend it. There is too much space on the top left corner, which I don't really like. Oh my gosh, this is also kind of stinking me off. Is there something we could add here? Background. I didn't really have much going on while thinking about this. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I digress. Okay. No! Oh my god. Whatever. Okay, I guess, no, actually. No, I was thinking about going over to them, but I'm not quite sure. I'll think about it. Though I do feel like with the practice with anatomy and such and the fundamentals, these concepts do become a bit more easy to manage. Oh my gosh. Actually, never mind. let's just go over to them. If we can, that's the case. So we'll be raiding over into G. We raided over to them before, I believe. So yeah, thanks for watching the stream. I had some fun definitely explaining the stuff that I've been learning. So yeah, do make sure to follow their rules when you stay in their chat, and yeah, we'll see you next stream. Until then, bye bye.